Team Aries, what's going on? This is Brandon with over here on my channel. I'm Wow, here to bring you your energy reading for September. Sorry I haven't been up with you guys in a while. I had to do kind of some work on myself, do some self work over here in Wow House to get myself right. I also wanted to figure out what it is that I want to bring to you guys on my channel, just so that any of my new viewers know I don't do the normal kind of tarot reading. I purposely make my readings sound a little bit different than what else you might find on YouTube as far as these kind of readings go. If you'd like to think of me as a supplement to your normal tarot reader, then please do that, because that's exactly what I am. You go to them for your advice on, love and blah 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 and all that stuff. With me, yeah, I do speak on love. But I try to come from the chakras when it comes to the information that I give you, and I try to help you do what you need to do for your spiritual self, not just yourself in this physical 3D world. And that's the difference between my readings and others that you might find on YouTube. I'm sorry it took me a while to get back to you guys, but like I said, I was destroying and rebuilding as far as that needed to go. But I'm really glad to be back with you guys. Just so you guys know, going forward, I'm going to be doing a hybrid of the kind of reading that I used to do. I used to do one for the week ahead and then one specifically for the weekend, and I'm kind of going to be doing a hybrid of those two readings. So we're going to do 3 cards for each kind of Aries out there. 3 for the Aries that's single, 3 for the Aries that's in the loving relationship, and then 3 for the Aries that's maybe a bit complicated, not sure where you stand, or maybe you complicate your own life and you just want to live that life right now. But we're going to do 3 cards for each of you, tell you where you're at, tell you how what you should be trying to do mentally, and what you should try, what you should be trying to do physically in action. But let's go ahead and get into it. I don't want to keep anybody for too long. Hopefully September is going great for you guys so far. The last time I think I updated with you was like in August sometime. So I hope August finished out strong for you. And I hope you guys have all been doing fantastic work for yourselves and for others. But whoop, there we go. Flippity floppity. I love it when the cards get flippity floppity. So the first card, and then we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna start out. I do the cards in groups of 3, trying to get really specific with your energies. But you're all Aries at the end of the day, so you can take information from any one of the 3 groups of cards. The energy is fluid, and they usually do kind of have a through line that you'll maybe catch on, or maybe it'll pop up. But you can get information from any one of them, because you're all the same sign at the end of the day. The information is good for anybody, because we all should be trying to do the best that we can with our energetic selves, our etheric selves. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first card to pop out from my beautiful Aries out there is Intelligence. This is, let's see if I can get rid of that blur. Hopefully that's not too bad for everybody. But the card of Intelligence has to do with your crown energy, the Sahasrara. And what that is that's you're in a good place right now, Aries. You're being very open to new things. You're listening to the divine guidance, that universal consciousness coming through the crown into your mind chakra, and that's fantastic. That's exactly where you want to be at, especially as a single Aries, because you guys are powerful. I mean, you guys know how to move throughout the world and make things happen. So you want to continue to do that, but don't do that in a selfish way. Don't do that in a way that's only self-serving, because that will be your downfall. So make sure that whatever you're doing, you're continuing to follow that divine consciousness and that universal absolute guidance, so that you're always doing your best, not just for yourself, but for your soul tribe as well. I like that you're starting out with that kind of energy, that intelligence, that Aries intelligence. Woo! God of War is like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going to throw this Molotov just yet. I'm going to let you burn slow. I like that. Also, for my single Aries out there, mentally we want to be keeping our sensuality, our sexuality in check, making sure that we're not doing anything unforward to anybody else, so that we're not bringing any unwanted energy, negativity into our own lives. Sometimes when you're out there playing the field, or you're not sure, maybe you're even not sure of yourself, and you're wondering if you are desired, and you are. You have the right to be desired, to feel desired, and you should be receiving the same that you are willing to give. So take your time with this. You don't have to rush into anything that you don't want to, especially if the person that is bringing you into that kind of area is kind of you're sketchy. You know, you're not sure where they might stand, or you're not sure if you should move forward with something. Take your time. You don't have to rush into anything, but make sure that you're exhibiting that beautiful Aries power that you have, and that you're stepping into this whatever situation it is with the power that you already have. And you're also going to provide that sweetness that's going to lure anybody in who you want to have in your life, okay? But yes, make sure you're exhibiting that beautiful sensuality that you have, that you're allowing yourself to acknowledge your own ability to be sexy, okay? The third card to pop up for you, what you should be doing in action, is communicating, okay? Let those ideas flow. Especially since we're coming up on the weekend. Happy Friday to everybody. You want to take charge this weekend. Don't let anybody tell you how to live your life for the next couple of days, all right? But what you want to do is make sure that you're coming into places that allow you to communicate with somebody. You don't want to spend this weekend by yourself. And if you do, make sure that you're communicating with that divine enlightened consciousness of yours, so that you're making wise decisions about where to go and how to proceed this weekend, okay? But you're gonna find a good conversation this weekend if you're willing to go out there and let it happen. But that's the thing, you have to let that kind of thing happen, all right? Don't force it. Easy does it. Pardon me. But you want to make sure that you're allowing yourself to reach out to somebody with that beautiful mind of yours and say something. Probably you're probably going to say something profound to somebody, or they're going to say something profound to you this weekend that's just going to make you flip a switch that you didn't know was there and say, oh wow, that's a new way to think, or that's a new way to talk, or that's a new way to behave. And you're going to follow suit and fall into place with exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing right now. And we're going to go ahead and get into it for the Aries in love, the Aries in a loving relationship. So let's see what we have for you. I know it's going to be good, because I like that you guys are starting out with the crown energy. That's very powerful. That's royalty right there, baby. Keep working it. See, what do we have for the Aries in love? What do we have for my beautiful Aries in love? Woo! Those cards almost floated. Did you see that? Alright, so the first card to pop up, look at that. First card to pop up for the beautiful, beautiful Aries in love is throat chakra energy, the Vasuddha energy. Communication still. This is our expression. This is our ability to put something into the world that can be heard and do it in a beautiful way. And that's where you're at right now. You're communicating wonderfully with your partner, Aries. So continue to do that. Allow those lanes of communication to flow freely. We don't want traffic jams in our lanes of communication. So keep working that same angle. Keep being the wonderful presence. If things are tough right now, you're going to be that power move that's needed on the chessboard to get things back into a place of smoothness, to get it back into a place to where you're both on the same page. So allow yourself to be the spark of communication that you have been. Continue to exist in that, because that's where you are right now. Just continue to do that. Don't close any lanes. Don't close anybody off. Don't shut anybody down, no matter how much they piss you off. Make sure that you're still allowing a conversation to happen that can heal anything. All right? And next card to pop up for you, crown energy, baby. This is where you're at, you should be at, or trying to get, this is where you should be already, or trying to get to mentally, is following that divine guidance. And that's what this card is all about. Letting the crown energy flow through the ajna, flow through the mind chakra, so that it feeds the rest of the machine, oils up all those gears, and keeps those chakras rotating. That's what a chakra is. It's a wheel. And that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to work in tandem so that your whole body is one solid machine of beautiful, wonderful enlightenment. But one step at a time. But mentally, this is where you're preparing yourself. And if you're preparing yourself mentally for more crown energy to flow through you, then you're in a good place, Aries. I like this. You're in a place to where you're prepared. You're open to that quiet voice in your head saying, let me chill, let me communicate, let me use that my throat chakra energy to get across exactly what it is that I need from my partner to hear. And that's wonderful. If things are going well, you're a big part of that because you're allowing the stuff to happen instead of being everybody's cliche idea of what the Aries is, the god of war, where I'm going to tear your head off. No, you're maybe you are tearing their head off, but you're pouring nice, nourishing waters into the neck bone so that it grows a new head. And that's wonderful for you. So keep doing that. Keep allowing that universal, that divine guidance to flow through you, because that's your mental power right now. That's your Jean Grey, Professor Xness right now is allowing that quiet voice in your head to be the loudest one. And next up for my beautiful Aries is visualization. This is what you want to be putting into action, okay? This is what you want to be actually doing, is taking some time for yourself to maybe get a little bit of meditation in, maybe stealing a quiet 5 or 10 minutes so that you can visualize where exactly it is that you're trying to go, what you want to be, who you're trying to get in touch with, or whatever, what have you, to realign yourself with that higher path, with that higher self. But yes, you want to try to take some time, still a moment if you can. I know some households, there's madness going on almost 24 hours a day. But there is a moment, we all have a moment, at least 5 or 10 minutes a day when we're completely by ourselves. And if you allow your mind to quiet, take yourself out of, the stimulus of the 3D, you'll connect with that 5D self and be able to really, really get some good contemplation as far as where you've been and where you want to go. So allow that for yourself. Do that in action. Take a little bit of time, meditate, throw on some music, and just kind of zone out and really get in touch with what it is that your brain is trying to communicate to you, okay? And for my wonderful, complicated Aries out there, these let's see if we can get some information for you to help you uncomplicate things. If you're kind of the cause of the complication, let's see if we can maybe do some things or get you some information to help you step into a more powerful position, okay? The first card to pop out for you guys is Heart Chakra Energy, the Anahata. And this is, if you're complicated right now, you want to maintain your emotional balance. You want to make sure that you're not allowing anybody to take you out of that emotional balance. If somebody's making you feel this way or that way, you have the power with your weirdly strong Aries self to take it back and say, nope, that's mine. Let me realign myself and see exactly why this person makes me feel like that. Ask yourself that if somebody has you in a place of disillusionment, confusion, resentment, whatever. Why do they make me feel like that? And start working on cutting those ties, limiting that person's exposure to you so that, sometimes you got to take something away from somebody to make them realize what exactly it is that you give to them. And sometimes you have to just completely isolate something to realize that it's a problem. So don't allow anybody to complicate you. And if you're the one complicating things, you're being called upon to open your heart and see things from that other person's position so that you're not taking advantage of anybody and you're still doing your best to get across clearly, communicating honestly and openly with integrity exactly where it is that you want to be so that you're not taking anybody else down a path that you don't want to take. You're not taking them on a journey that you're not going to finish the journey with them, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You don't want to misguide anybody just because you're having a good time. Okay, so be careful about that. Make sure that your heart chakra isn't closing itself off with your own actions. And let's make sure that your heart chakra isn't being closed off by somebody who has no business doing that to you with your powerful Aries ass. Sorry about my language. And look at that. Next card to pop up for you guys. Honesty. Okay? We deserve this as well as we need to be providing it to the others. Okay? It's give and take. It's an even exchange. And honesty is the key to great communication. As you can see by the picture, let me see if I can get rid of this glare and the blur. But yes, you can see she's holding the key to the lock on her throat. Okay? She's holding it herself. We all hold the ability to be honest ourselves. Nobody can take that from you. What defines you, what is you, is all up to you. And you have the right to be heard and to speak that honesty out into the world if that's your true voice. So make sure that you're not taking the blanket conversative piece. Let's make sure that if we feel a certain way about something, we're not allowing somebody else's opinion on it to flood what it is that we want to say honestly. Okay? But make sure that you're being very clear with your words about what it is that you are, who it is that you're trying to be, and where it is that you're trying to go, so that you're not causing any unwanted energies to swirl in your aura. Okay? And we're going to pull one from the bottom just to close it out for the beautiful Aries. The complicated Aries. The Aries who's, maybe not sure, or maybe you are sure and you're just kind of having your fun, but we don't want to take advantage of anybody, like I said. So let's make sure that we're using our base chakra, our root energy, the Muladhara, to provide nourishment to the rest of the tree of life that we are. You want to be doing things for yourself. You want to do something for your physical self this weekend as well, if you can. Maybe get out there and get like a little quick jog in. You don't have to go out there and kill yourself or anything and sweat buckets, but do something for yourself that gets you moving in this world, so that not just yourself, but everything around you can feel your wonderful vibrations. Because Aries, when you guys get to moving, everybody's watching. Like, oh my goodness, just love it. So let's make sure that we're providing that for the world. Let's make sure that we're doing that for ourselves, because you want to make sure that when you look in that mirror, that you're proud of every aspect of you, and not just one, not just this and that, but everything. You want to be proud of everything about yourself. So make sure that you're tending to your physical health this weekend if you can. Let's make sure that we're providing stability to our foundations so that we feel strong in any place that we step. You don't want to be unsure about yourself, especially as an Aries, because that's not you. Let's make sure that we're stepping into our power as our Aries self and showing and exhibiting this beautiful movement throughout the world. Okay? Well, that's all I have for you for now. I hope that wasn't too long. I know I can ramble on sometimes and get on tangents, but hey, that's just me. But I hope you guys were able to enjoy that. I hope you got some good information. Like I said, I know it sounds different. I know it's not your usual tarot reading, but that's on purpose. And I like to think of myself as a nice, good little addition to whatever it is that you usually see in these kind of readings. I'll try to be more consistent with my updates, because like I said, I did take about a month off to kind of get things right with myself, and realign myself to what it is that I was trying to do and figure that out, you know what I mean? But yes, I want to give a special shout out to your soul team, and a shout out to mine for bringing us together for this short time. I really enjoy doing these video guides for you. So did that sentence come out like something that made sense? I hope it did. I really enjoy doing these videos for you all. So I'll continue to try to be more consistent in updating you guys with your energetic presence in this world. But thank you for your time. I'll be speaking to you soon. Until then, continue to take care of yourselves and take care of everybody else as much as you can. I love you guys. Peace. Namaste.